ICE and myself, I'm not running a popularity contest. I'm out there doing what the president promised the American people we're going to do. We're out there enforcing the law without apology. We're going to keep coming. You can put all the roadblocks you want up. We're going to keep coming. For these sanctuary cities who want to push back and impede us, we'll double the man force there. We'll double worksite enforcement there. We're not going away. We're going to keep coming at them until every criminal, illegal alien gang member, every illegal alien criminal is eradicated from this country. That's when I'll be satisfied.
Absolutely amazing. Tom Homan just issued a huge warning to sanctuary cities that is harboring criminal aliens. Let's hear what he has to say.
I read a story last night, the police commissioner of Boston. You said you doubled down on not helping the law enforcement officers of ICE. I'm coming to Boston. I'm bringing hell with me. I looked at the numbers this morning. I stopped counting at nine child rapists that were in jail in Massachusetts, but rather than honoring an ICE detainer, released them back into the street. You're not a police commissioner. Take that badge off your chest, put it in the desk drawer. Because you became a politician, you forgot what it's like to be a cop. I read a story.
Absolutely amazing. That's the priority of any government, to keep its citizens safe.
Czar Tom Homan, who joined this operation, tells me that they arrested about 90 illegal migrants here. This makes it the largest operation that we have seen under the Trump administration. Homan says this is part of a much larger criminal investigation. He called this phase one and something they have been planning for a while. Early Monday morning, HSI, along with special agents and Texas DPS, made the arrest in and around Colony Ridge, a largely Hispanic development outside of Houston. We sat down with Border Czar Tom Homan right after he joined that operation.
They were target enforcement operation. We went with warrants on some people. Some were worksite operations, and others were traffic stops conducted by Texas DPS. The last number I saw was like 69 criminals. I know for a fact there were several sexual predators, child predators that were arrested for sexual misconduct with a child. There are several of them. I know there's one that was convicted of either homicide or murder.
Now, among those arrested right here, a three-time previously deported criminal illegal alien from El Salvador. ICE tells me he had criminal arrest warrants for alleged repeated sexual abuse of a minor.
This is absolutely horrible, and Tom Homan is doing God's work, removing all of these criminal and public safety threats from the country.
The boxing thing upsets me the most, because between tipping off various groups about ICE raids in advance, it takes away the element of surprise. That puts agents' lives in jeopardy. Now they're doxing them. What are they saying? Go to this guy's house and kill this guy? It sounds like a threat to me. And what will the reaction be?
Well, it's under investigation right now. Matter of fact, I have a meeting tomorrow morning with the Department of Justice. I think that's crossing the line of impediment. And I hope the Department of Justice agrees with me so we find out who's doing it. Hopefully we can prosecute him and put him in jail. Look, I know about doxing, Sean. I got a Governor Youngkin has assigned a state trooper to my home 24/7. I have a marked car outside my door right now. I got a security detail. The left has lost their mind. It's all of a sudden the ones who enforce the law, the bad guys, the one who break the law, the victims. We're not going to let them slow us down. We're not going to be bullied. We're not going to be intimidated. What we're going to do in these cities, we'll double the manpower. We'll flood those neighborhoods with DEA, ATF, FBI, and ICE. We'll double the effort, right? And it will increase worksite enforcement operations in those communities. We're not going to play a game with these people. We made it clear we're concentrating on public safety threats, and no one should disagree with taking child sex predators off the streets. ICE just took 9 sexual predators off the street in Massachusetts because they won't honor detainers. ICE made those communities safer, and we're going to continue to make those communities safer.
What do you make of the
ICE is obviously doing an amazing job removing all of these criminals from the streets.
Getting ICE officers back in Rikers is meaningful because we agree that, the worst of the worst, the firearms violations, the murderers, the kidnappers, the rapists, will come to our attention, term release, we can grab them. I made it clear, I want everybody. If you're an illegal alien, you get booked in Rikers Island, I don't care if it's for shoplifting, I want them. So this is a start to deal with the worst of the worst in the beginning, but I made it clear that I plan on the whole of them. I want everybody. So we're going to work toward that. We agreed to some other things I'm not going to discuss on national TV because I don't want the city council to know what I'm doing. City council is fighting the mayor and everything. So let's surprise them on what we're coming to the table with and let them sue me. Bring it, because I'm done. I'm not running a popularity contest. I came to New York to get meaningful action. We got a lot of words. The last meeting I had, today I came, I want action, I want a plan, and we're leaving with a partial plan, but I'll come back every week if I have to until we finish this plan. But it's a good first step to get back on Rikers Island. That's a game changer.
Honestly, I could not think a reason of why would anybody be against this. Removing criminals from the streets is absolute top priority to make the community safer.
Cartels are getting craftier. They're obviously trying to adapt to what you're throwing at them. You're seeing this video now. They're on boats. How have you seen the coyotes and the cartels kind of reorient their business to handle what you've done?
Look, they are going more maritime. We knew they would. That's why we've increased Coast Guard patrols 3 times, 3 times more than we have in the past. So Coast Guard will answer that call. So we're going to shut them down maritime too. Look, we're going to put them out of business. President Trump is designating them criminal terrorist organizations, which they should be. They've killed more Americans than every terrorist organization in this world combined. President Trump will end up wiping them off the face of the earth because we're going to put them out of business. You put them out of business, you take their money away. They can't bribe Mexican officials. They can't bribe anybody. Without money, they have no power. We're not just going to attack in Mexico. The Jalisco cartel, we're going to attack them in the 43 countries that have operations currently, operations in 43 different countries. We're going to attack them worldwide.
Honestly, that sounds great to me. I could not think of a better way to use your time than to protect your community.
I'm Tom Homan. I wake up every morning pissed off on what this administration has done to our southern border. I respect the chair's authority, but the chair...
Mr. Homan!
I'm a taxpayer. You work for me. I got a message to the millions of illegal aliens that Joe Biden's releasing our country in violation of federal law. You better start packing now. Look, you want to know why there's 50,000 people in detention? It's because you have failed to secure the border. So if you want to know why this issue exists, you need to look in the mirror. You have failed American people for not securing the border and closing loopholes. If you want to release these bad guys out in the community, then we're going to have to go find them.
The many that you recommended family separation.
I recommended zero tolerance. Let me talk about a few. Last year, 137,000 criminals, 2,000 were murders, 12,000 sex offenses. We may have to double the number of agents we send in New York City because we're going to do the job without you or with you. 45,000 assaults, 62,000 drug offenses, 10,000 weapons offenses. First of all, your comments are disgusting. What I've been trying to do in my 34 years serving my nation is to save lives.
Is there a way to carry out mass deportation without separating families?
Of course there is. Families can be deported together.
Exactly, and he's right about this. This man has devoted his whole life to make America safer, and we should all thank him for this.
Now, before Tom Homan was DJT's personal pit bull, aka the border czar, he was actually receiving awards from another president who was actually given the label deporter in chief. That's right, folks. This is not Tom Homan's first rodeo. As a matter of fact, the reason why DJT picked him up is because he saw his fantastic work under none other than Mr. Hussein himself. That's right, folks. Tom Homan was Barack Obama's secret weapon. Now, if you're to tune into most mainstream media, otherwise known as the propaganda machine, you may think to yourself that surely this is the first time that these ICE raids are taking place, right? I mean, they're making comparisons to the little mustache man and his Gestapo military regime. Yet, just a few years ago, this brother right here was he was sending them back by the boatloads. As a matter of fact, he was locking them up in real life cages. Yeah. So how do y'all explain that one over there on the left?
Exactly. Obviously, the left is completely fine when it's Obama, the Democratic Party, that deport illegal aliens. But when it's Trump that does it, then everybody is crying out and completely melting down over this. They just don't understand that deporting people that are there illegally, especially criminal aliens that have a criminal record, is absolute top priority. That should be the #1 job of any government, honestly, to protect its citizens, to make the streets safer, to make the cities safer, to make the country safer, and make sure that everybody can live in peace and harmony in the country. A country without borders is not a country. It's that simple. You should exactly know who comes into your country, where they are coming from, what do they want to do in the country, where they are going. And if you let millions and millions of people into your country without knowing who they are, where they come from, what they are going to do, and what they want to do, it's absolutely ridiculous. It's not possible to do this at all at the rate that the Biden administration has been doing it, letting millions and millions of illegals every single year into the country. This cannot continue. And thank God for President Trump being elected and Tom Homan doing a wonderful job making the country safe again. Let me know what you think about this. I hope you agree with me on this. Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching and staying with me till the end. As always, I appreciate you being here, and click right there to watch the next video, and I will see you there. Bye bye.